Holy shit. This comedy show is brought to you by the Chico comedy scene and the fabulous folks here at Duffy's. Please, please, please take good care of your bartenders tonight. They work hard for the money. So hard for it, honey. I was a little concerned about doing comedy tonight, boys and girls, because it had been a while since I'd done it. And my wife said to me, hey, doing stand-up, don't worry about it. It's going to be just like riding a bike. I said, you know what, you're right. Doing stand-up is a bit like riding a bike. A lot more fun to do it if you're a little high. Come on, we can admit that. And nobody you tell that you do this will ever be impressed enough to want to fuck you. That's just the way it goes. Sorry. Game over. Just an unfuckable mess, but whatever. It's my burden to bear. Boys and girls, does anybody in this room like to partake in marijuana occasionally? Woo! Yes. You might have looked at me and thought, that is a man who suffers from one of the main symptoms of people that smoke marijuana. I'm an excellent dancer. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. The truth is, I do partake in a little marijuana from time to time, recreationally and spiritually. I don't know, whatever. The other night, no joke, boys and girls, the other night, a person claiming to be my neighbor knocked on my apartment door, 10 o'clock at night. I answer the door, I'm like, who the hell are you? He's like, hey man, you want to smoke? Let's smoke, come on bro. I'm like, who are you? He's like, I live in number 56. I'm like, what? And at first I was really upset that a stranger knocked on my door asking me if I wanted to do drugs with them. By the way, when did that become a thing we're allowed to do? That's amazing. It's the modern day, just go door to door. Hey, you got any acid? Fuck it, let's go, let's do this. Anyway, at first I was upset that this guy knocked on my door, and then I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. You Jehovah's Witnesses are getting pretty crafty. No, I'm on to you. That's smart though. It's like, do you want to talk about Jesus? No, thank you. You want to smoke a joint? I guess we can hang out. Come on in. We'll have a little chat. That's fine. That's no problem. Oh my goodness gracious. Anybody in this crowd have any children? I mean children that you are personally responsible for, not ones dumb enough to get in your van. I don't understand why anybody would want to have children, okay? Because if you think about it, kids are basically just pets that can grow up and tell people how fucked up you are. Like, that's the worst thing ever, right? If my cats could talk, I'd have to kill every one of them because they know too much. They've seen too many things, boys and girls. And if you have children and you smoke weed, don't smoke weed around your kids. They always spill the bong. You'll never get that smell out. It's the worst. It's like, chill out. I'll put on SpongeBob if you just shut up and quit ruining the good parts. Am I right? Long ago, boys and girls, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. You guys have heard of Chuck E. Cheese, right? Yes, that's toddler Las Vegas. Yes, sir. I was quite literally the bouncer at Chuck E. Cheese. I kept the drunk parents out, kept the drunk kids in. Stay in, you little shits. Look, I should have paid more attention to the beer taps. I learned, okay? It took me a while, but I figured it out. We had a rule at Chuck E. Cheese that if you were a new employee, you had to dress up as Chucky as soon as possible. That's just how it worked. That was the way to test your mettle and also make you realize the terrible career choice you'd made. And one day we had this huge birthday party and there was this new guy working, there was a stoner kid, nice kid, and we forced him to be Chucky for this giant birthday party. He goes in the back, he puts on the costume, he learns the birthday dance, and the rest of us gather around. We want to see it. This is going to be fun, a giant party, who knows what's going to happen. The guy comes out, hi kids! As soon as he steps foot into the birthday party, an 8-year-old child punches Chuck E. Cheese in the testicles, ladies and gentlemen. Right in the baby maker, sweep the leg, Johnny. It was brutal. And I thought that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But no, Chuck E. Cheese starts swinging and punching children, just knocking them down, screaming, I'm not going back to jail, which is a weird thing to yell when you're hitting a child. But needless to say, he never had to be Chucky again, boys and girls, never again. So if you take nothing from this night of comedy, just remember, if you need to get out of something, punch a child in the face. You will never be put in charge of anything again, I can guarantee you that. Oh my goodness gracious. Any people in the crowd married out there? Ow! Yes, sir. Every now and again, a college-age douchebag comes up to me and says, oh man, you're married? That must suck, bro. Same girl every night? Dude, why'd you do it? I'm like, yeah, it really sucks not having to audition for sex every night. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Let me get this straight, Scooter. In order to get her to touch your dick, you had to take her out to dinner, buy her drinks, pretend you like the crappy music she likes, also she'd sleep with you. All I had to do was the dishwasher, man. That's all it took. Easy peasy. Hell, if I let her watch what she wants on Netflix, I get to fuck her in the ass, you guys. Now that's romance. That is romance. I will challenge anybody here to find a more romantic love than that. Goodness gracious sakes alive. You guys having a good time? Yeah! Good, good, good. I'm glad you're all here. Helping us pay our bills. Helping us pay our drug dealers. Don't worry about it. I gotta say one more thing. There is a bit of a hypocrisy when it comes to male friendship versus female friendship. It's totally acceptable for a female to say she loves her female friends. Nobody ever, questions their sexuality for saying that. If a guy says he loves his male friends, all of a sudden there's a chance he might be gay or bi. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but since when did affection become something that had to be regulated? I love my male friends, you guys. I love my male friends. That doesn't mean I'm going to give them hand jobs, okay? I do it because I like the look of surprise on their face, and there's a difference. There's a difference. A lot of you are looking around the room right now like, shit, you ain't never offered me a drunken handy. Come on now. Me and you been friends 14 years, Earl. There's always someone named Earl at my shows for some reason. I don't know why. Boys and girls, I want to bring up your next comedian. Thank you so much for paying attention and being a sweet, sweet audience. We appreciate it. Your next comedian is a local Chico comic whom I love very dearly. Many people have referred to him as the white Obama. I don't know why, he looks nothing like Obama. But please welcome to the stage my good friend, Mr. Trip Hazard.
Are you ready to rock? All right, good. Wade in the water, wade in... Oh, someone touched my leg. So if Elvis is the king of rock and roll, who's the queen of rock and roll? It's Queen. That explains where Prince came from. What else in the 1970s, there was a band called Bad Company, and they wrote a song called Bad Company. And surprise, surprise, they put it on an album called Bad Company. I bet Kanye West wishes he thought of that. He's jealous. At Donald Trump rallies, they apparently play You Can't Always Get What You Want, which is impressive, really. But I was thinking he might rotate some other songs through there that would be appropriate, like Money for Nothing, or Ramblin' Man. And as of Monday, I Can Hear You Breathe. Does anyone here, you probably heard, it's weird that candidates always end up using like progressive music that people complain about, like stop using our music, we disagree with you. But I've noticed there's been a long-standing environmentalist agenda, particularly in the late 90s, early 2000s, amongst rock bands. First there was corn, and now ethanol, biodiesel, Shinedown. How many people here have solar? Okay. Puddle of mud. Sanitation and water is really imperative. And, of course, the biggest one, most popular, is recycling with Nickelback. No wonder it's called renew metal. Is that right? No? New metal? Good, no one knows that term. Does anyone here believe in UFOs? Yeah! I believe in UFOs, because I'm incredibly nearsighted. Hey man, you see that? See what? Are there any nearsighted people here tonight? I can't actually tell if you answered. Sorry about that. You are a good-looking audience, I must say. I gotta put that earlier in the set. I always forget. But since I can't see you anyways, I figured this is an impression of Sia. There are 4 people in the audience who knows who she is. Fantastic. What else did I write? Okay, are there any conspiracy theorists here in the audience? Okay. Anyone who cheered as a plant. I know all the conspiracy theorists wouldn't actually admit to it. Good, you want to keep that on the down low. So, I think my favorite, and by favorite I mean the absolute worst conspiracy theorists, are the Sandy Hook hoaxers. There are people who believe that instead of a school shooting where a bunch of children died and their families mourned, and their cousins also mourned all across the nation, they think that didn't happen and the government used its enormous power to pull off this crappy fake thing. So ask yourself, which is easier? Is it easier to coordinate this crazy, ridiculous, multi-level plan of fake killing people, or to just send in a guy and kill some children? Then ask a Syrian. Never mind. Fair enough. Let's see, what else did I talk? Oh yeah. I like bombastic headlines. See them on the internet. So in this next joke, it'll make you reconsider your stance on zoos. I bet if vampires were real, it would decimate the giraffe population. So fall is, of course, Trip Hazard's favorite season. And so anyways, Halloween is coming up. Here's a couple cheap costumes for any college students in the area. Just loosely wear a bed sheet and tell people you're Caesar dressing. Second costume, just dress up in all black, wear a mask and a gun. When you show up, you say, "Give me all your money." It's a perfect costume. Because if they get it, you get free candy. And if they don't get it, you can buy yourself free candy later. So, it's a win-win. Let's see. So in this next joke, the comedian explains white privilege, and it's perfect. So it's really tough being a white guy. Everywhere I go, I make it less diverse. You guys want to hear a unique perspective on Black Lives Matter? Ask somebody else. So no, it is tough. At work, I work with a lot of women, and we walk around the block every day for exercise. And every day we go past the bus stop, and there's a creepy guy. And every day he says, "Hello, ladies," and he never says hi to me. That is rude. So if you don't believe in male privilege, try to pee in a sink. So some of you might have seen the TV show The Flash. If not, spoiler alert, it's been on for 4 seasons, and this is all about the first season. You're too late. So The Flash, he runs really fast, that's why they call him that. And the whole season he's fighting a guy called Reverse Flash, who shockingly has the same powers as the Flash. I thought he ran really slowly. Or perhaps went really quickly but backwards. Anyways, turns out Reverse Flash is from the future, and he's come to murder the Flash so he doesn't have a dumb name. I was thinking of names they could have given him. He could have gone with Equally as Fast as Flash, or Flash 2, Electric Boogaloo. And my favorite was Also Ran. I was very pleased with that. So anyways, season finale, Reverse Flash has defeated them. They're all beaten up and he's gonna win. And luckily, the Flash has a friend called Handsome Cop, who's just a normal guy who's handsome and is also a cop. And it turns out that Handsome Cop, his great-great-grandson in the future, is Reverse Flash. So he takes it upon himself to save the day. and he shoots himself in the chest. And it's a sad moment, because you think, if only Handsome Cop had a comprehensive sex education, he would have known about vasectomies. In this final joke, the comedian is going to be so good you'll want to buy him a beer. So a friend of mine was trying to commit suicide, and I was trying to talk him out of it. And I was like, what can I tell him that'll keep him around? And I remember that he's Jewish, so I said, hey man, don't kill yourself. If you do, then Hitler wins. So out of spite, he didn't kill himself. Which in a roundabout way kind of means that Hitler saved his life. So I guess Hitler isn't all bad. My second line of attack was, hey man, you never know. What if your great-great-grandson is reverse Hitler and he brings Jews back from the dead? So I've been fantastic. You're getting just warmed up. You can follow me a beer or buy me on Facebook. I'm Trip Hazard. Thank you very much.
Boys and girls, your next comedian originally started out in Oklahoma City. He's performed all over the place for various people in and out of prison. No, I don't think he has a record. I don't know. That's unfair of me to say that. Anyways, please give a big warm welcome to Mr. Trey Ellis.
What's up, guys? What's going on? How's everyone doing tonight? I am the coolest stand out of the way guy, so that's me. This happens. It's good to be here, guys. How's everyone doing? Good? Awesome. So yeah, my name's Trey. Like he said, I'm from Oklahoma City. I live in California now, and I love Oklahoma. I love California. I hate telling Californians that I'm from Oklahoma originally, because there's this really condescending conversation that happens afterwards. When I tell someone I'm from Oklahoma, they're like, where are you from? Auschwitz? Oh, Oklahoma. So it is a concentration camp for your dreams. Okay, got it. Or they're like, welcome to California, you're glad you're here. Have some wine and higher standards of living. I love living here though. But yeah, like I must say, like living in California after living in Oklahoma is kind of like dating a girl who knows she's so much hotter than your last girlfriend, and she loves to bring it up, and not like in a cute way, but like in a really mean, nasty way, you know? Like if you were at the mall with her, she'd be like, oh my gosh, is that Oklahoma? She looks so good wearing a bra and overalls. She's lost so much weight since the teenage pregnancy. That is awesome. That is awesome. I live in Reading now, and that's pretty fun, being the only black guy in Reading. Listen, I'm half black, but I'm the most black. Do you understand? It's really interesting, because in the rest of the country right now, everyone's like, wow, racism exists? But in Reading, they're like, black people exist? And I feel like that puts a lot of unfair pressure, on me being the representation of the African American community, because I feel like people who don't like me in Reading think they're racist because I'm the only black person they've seen. Does that make sense? Like, I'll give you an example. I was in Trader Joe's the other day, and I was buying an avocado, and I found the perfect one. So I decided to put it on Snapchat because, you know, you can't see something you like and not put it on Snapchat. So I'm posted up, about to take a picture of the perfect avocado, put it on my story, you know, as you do. And from behind me, I hear, and I turn around and there's this lady, she's got a basket full of stuff and she's like struggling. And I realized I'm taking up all the avocado picking space, just being a complete jerk. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I don't even grab the avocado, I just walk away. And then I later realized, oh my gosh, I made that lady racist. Like, she's racist now, not even a good, well-educated racist, you know? She's just like, okay, well, that was the first black person I've ever seen. Didn't like him. I guess I don't like them. I guess that's my identity now. I'm a racist lady. And that's like her thing now, you know? She goes to meetings. She's really excited about it. And I've never been to like a racist convention or a Klan meeting or like a Trump rally. Same thing. But I imagine that like during those kind of things, there's like a testimonial time where people can stand up and say like their favorite thing against the race of their choice. You know, like a testimonial time. And so there's people standing up, and it's like time for the black people, right? And the first guy stands up. He's like, oh, black people always talking so loud in movie theaters. And they're like, yeah, good. And another guy stands up. He's like, what's up with black people? Always holding up the lines at water parks because they won't jump off the diving board. And they're like, good, very specific. And so our friend, the lady, the new racist, she's confident. She stands up. She's like, what's up with black people? Always taking so long to pick an avocado at Trader Joe's. And they're like, ma'am, I don't think you're racist. I think you had a bad shopping experience. But yeah, I'm a different kind of black person. My friend the other day was like, dude, you gotta date Chantel. She only dates black guys. And I was like, dude, no. For a very specific reason. When girls are looking for a black boyfriend, this is not what they're looking for. Okay? I am not the black boyfriend experience that you're looking for. If anything, I'm like dating a black guy starter kit. I'm like training wheels, you know, so you don't hurt yourself. Like, I feel like there's a girl, and she's like, oh my God, I want to date Devontae. And her friend's like, whoa, 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 Chantel. Before you go on dating Devontaes, let's start you off with Trey. Let's get your feet wet, you know? Like, yeah, he drinks Kool-Aid, but he can also recommend a great Chardonnay. Yeah, he wears cocoa butter every day, but it's the organic stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, he's driving a ghetto car, but he didn't steal it, you know? Those kind of things, that's what I provide. I was watching a show the other day, and it's about this family, they have 18 kids, and they're still counting because there might be more kids. The name of the show is Hoarders. Have you seen it? Listen, here's what I have to say tonight. If I can leave you with one thing, it's this. Big families should be illegal. Okay? Not in the weird, like, Chinese way, but in, like, the American way that things are illegal. Like, having a big family should feel like having a huge stash of heroin. You know? Where it's like, okay, if you're gonna do that, keep it in your house. Don't brag about it on Facebook. If some goes missing, don't call the cops, you have more. Right? But seriously, there's no reason we have to have big families. We have the technology to where you never have to do that. We're not on the Oregon Trail, okay? You're not like, well, I better have 10 of me before my family lineage dies off. No, that'd be a great reason to have a big family. But it's never that reason. It's always just some guy like, well, I hate wearing condoms, but I love naming stuff, you know? People are having really big families. They're having like 8 kids, and not like 8 amazing kids. They're having like 8 crappy looking, never gonna go to college, but for sure gonna go to jail at least once kids. That's the kind of kids we're having, and it has to stop. So here's what I propose. Either big families are illegal or kidnapping is legal. Listen, not weird, nothing weird. I'm talking, you've had a background check, you've gone to the DMV, you have your permit, it's laminated, hanging in your rearview mirror, and you happen to see a kid, he's all alone at Walmart. And he's all alone because he broke away from his mom's shopping cart chain gang. You know what I'm talking about? That lady who has like 7 kids on dog leashes attached like a harness she's wearing. There's a baby like going piggyback style. The twins are in the shopping cart under a bag of dog food because they're the twins. You know? And they're like, we want Doritos, Tammy. They call their mom by her first name because she doesn't have the time to teach them respect and bad eating habits. And she's like, shut up, you're not getting Doritos. That money's to pay for your secondhand smoke. And the kids are pissed, right? Because they haven't had salty junk food since breakfast. So they start chanting, Doritos, Doritos, Doritos. And she grabs a fly swatter, starts beating them in Walmart. She's like, shut up, you're not getting Doritos. And this is spanking, it's not child abuse. But my parents did it to me. And they were never wrong about a single issue. So you're in Walmart, and you see a kid all alone. And listen, here's what I'm saying. If you walk into a dog pound, right? And you see all the dogs. You don't say, oh my gosh, look at all these dogs. God has really blessed you. Wow, you got a whole football team, hey, and you're the coach and mom's the cheerleader. Ha 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 ha. No, you don't say that. You recognize there's a problem. You say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna grab one of these things and give it a better life. If you think I'm wrong about this, try kidnapping a child who's part of the big family and watch him not fight you about it. He's like, wait, you want to give me my own room and some undivided attention? Yeah, let's do this. Pull the cargo van around. I don't need any candy. This deal's sweet enough. Guys, my name's Trey Ellis. Thank you so much for giving me your attention.
How awesome is it going to be when it's revealed that Donald Trump has just been a juggalo without any makeup on this whole time? That's going to be like, oh, I get it now. Okay, we're good. No, let him be president. Fuck it. It's going to be okay. I don't think anybody's ever said that with any sanity. Boys and girls, your next comedian is a longtime veteran of the local scene, one of my very favorite comics, one of the funniest and most brilliant and oddest young human beings in the world. Please welcome to the stage the legendary Mark Joseph Leathers.
Someone recently told me that I look like a homeless serial killer, which is a confusing phrase. I don't know what that means. Do I look like a serial killer with no home, or a serial killer that targets homeless people? Because I'd rather be the second one, because then I'd have a place to hide the bodies. You know, in my house where I live. I don't know. I don't mind looking like this. The best part about looking like me is homeless people don't ask me for shit. October's my favorite time of year. It's the only time of year you can just kill a homeless dude and hang him on your porch. They assume that's a decoration. So I've been doing comedy on the stage for a while. No one has ever pitched Jesus a baseball. I try to stay clear of political jokes. Like when people ask me this debate, this election is ridiculous. People will ask you who you want to vote for. Who would you vote for? And I tell them that I'm a felon. Because I don't need that kind of judgment. Cool. In the beginning, God said, let there be light, and there was light, and it was good. And God saw that the light was good. And then he stepped on a Lego and he yelled, Jesus Christ! Pick up your shit or I'm gonna have you crucified. My ex-girlfriend calls me all the time to complain about her new boyfriend. And she asks me for advice and always does the opposite of what I say. So I told her not to kill him. Reverse psychopathology doesn't work either. Zing, I don't care, that's funny. So no, technology is most likely the next step in human evolution. We're just gonna raise some really weird questions like which bathrooms will the cyborgs use? Cool. Did I just hear someone just say dark humor? Cool, I don't know. So, yeah. Where should I go with this shit? I don't know. I was walking down the street the other day, and had a cop stopped me on the side of the road. He says, I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a man with long hair and a beard? He's wearing a bathrobe and sandals, possibly bleeding from his hands and feet. And I was like, what did Jesus do? WDJD. What did he do? For the people laughing, that was a reaction the cop had, which was cool. Got to brighten his day. He's like, good luck with that shit. People have been looking for that guy for a long fucking time. Yeah. I don't know, it's mostly, I don't know, ex-convicts and drug addicts that know where that guy is. I'm just saying, a lot of people spend their entire life trying to find Jesus. You could skip a few steps if you knew he was hiding in a crack house. Alright, cool. So I don't know, there's people that think that heavy metal is the devil's music. I think it would be weird if you die, you end up in hell, and the devil's like, welcome to hell, hope you like jazz. That would be hell for me. The Bible's weird, man. There's people out there that think that God hates gay people. I don't agree with that. If God hated gay people, why would he make them? Personally, I hate fish. But I wouldn't make a tuna sandwich just to judge it. Fuck you, tuna. You can't get in my belly. You fucking faggot tuna. No. I don't know. I'm not a religious person, but I hope that there is a heaven just so that the people that think that God hates fags, you know, they get to heaven and they have that awkward conversation with God. He's just like, yeah, I don't know where you got the idea that I hate gay people. Who do you think decorated this place? Jesus is still waiting for a pitch. Hope you like jazz. Because they went to hell. Cool. So I don't know. Say cats have 9 lives, but kittens die when you step on them. That's where I lose you, really? I'm just saying, there's stupid sayings out there. The other day, someone's like, who let the cat out of the bag? Like it was a bad thing. I want to know, put the cat in the bag. That's kind of fucked up. But it makes it easier to step on them. They can't run away when they're in the bag. Say cats always land on their feet, but if you cut their feet off, they land on their face. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and a rusty razor blade is a bad one. I love this shit. I love killing these hypothetical cats. My friend called me recently, good friend of mine. She was sad, really upset that her cat recently passed away. She called me of all people. What the fuck? But, I tried to, be nice. Like, well, what happened? How did the cat die? And she's like, well, someone cut its feet off and threw it off my roof. Click. Where am I going with this shit? Am I even getting a light? I don't even know how much time I've been doing. I'm just having fun. So, I don't know. I have a twin brother. People, they ask me if I'm the good twin or the evil twin. So I stab them. I don't know, guess. And then I framed my brother and now he's in prison. No, he's actually standing right there. That's a fucking lie. Give it up for my brother. He's a cool dude. People ask me, what's it like to be a twin? It's a hard question to answer. Mostly because I have no fucking frame of reference. What's it like not to be a twin? Tell me. Tell me. I don't know what it's like. The best answer I can come up with, being a twin is like never having to search for your soulmate. Someone that gets you no matter what. But you can't fuck him. That joke got a way bigger applause was. That crowd really wanted me to fuck my brother. Thank you guys. I've been Mark Leathers.
All right, you guys having a good time? Yeah. You know what? We're going to try to do one of these every month. I hope you'll all come back. We love you. We love Duffy's. We appreciate all the wonderful things that both you and Duffy's do. I don't know any of you personally. You might be terrible people, but I'm glad you're here right now. Thank you so much for being here right now. Your next comedian comes all the way from Red Bluff. She's a very talented, prolific writer, comedian, actress, mom. I don't know what kind of a parent she is. She might be a terrible parent. Please welcome to the stage the very funny Miss Kristin Sullivan.
Thank you. Give it up for the comedians before me. Everyone has seen already. Preemptively, give it up for everyone after me. Give it up for me! Yeah! I need that! I look like this. I have to go home with me. It's the only thing that keeps me warm at night, your applause. It's the only thing that keeps me going. It's depressing. And I can't think about suicide without thinking about wizards. Because they don't have guns, they have wands. And they have the killing curse, but you have to say it right. And I wonder how that works with the tip of your wand against the roof of your mouth. You know, you're like, Ayara. And is there always a Hermione Granger there correcting you? Like, no, it's Avada Kedavra. You can't even fucking kill yourself right. Do they ever accidentally miss and kill off their gag reflex? Harry Potter fan, I found her. Do they ever miss on purpose and kill off their gag reflex? Because is muggle porn better than the wizarding lifestyle? In like a shack with some elves and a broomstick? I don't know about you, but I would suck a few cocks to move up to a Bentley from a broomstick. That's all I'm saying. On that note, I'm Kristin. Like you said, I'm from Red Bluff. It's the Victorian city on the river, according to the signs. And I don't know why that always gets a laugh. It says that. I own one of those. I own a Victorian. I own a 135-year-old Victorian mansion. And I've learned something, other than the fact that I make atrocious financial decisions. I've learned that more people believe in ghosts than should believe in ghosts. And I always thought believing in ghosts was a bit like believing in the Easter Bunny, Santa, Jesus. Like you get older and you get smarter and your belief goes away as you realize that for some reason, people just fucking love to lie to children about things. But no, everybody wants to know if the house is haunted. And it is. But it took us a while to figure it out. Because for the most part, everything's fine, house is quiet. And then every once in a while, it just starts trying to kill us. Like doors and windows slam, you find yourself locked out. Every scrap of food in the house disappears. I'll wake up at night with like a presence looming over me, like, I regret my life with you. And we couldn't figure out what was happening until the walls started bleeding. Because it's a female ghost. And so now every 28 days or so, we have to tiptoe to the top of the stairs and leave an offering of like flowers and chocolate, tell the house it's pretty. But I've stopped inviting friends over for the week of the event because I got tired of explaining the little domino rows of tampons on the baseboards. Red Bluff has a lot of junkies. I have a lot of acne. I'm worried that having one is going to get me mistaken for the other. So I've started carrying my crack pipe in my back pocket so that when we meet, that's not the first thing that you see about me. I think it's getting judged sucks. We all have low points. Maybe not blowing the night manager the Circle K on the bathroom floor for a score kind of low, but low points is what I'm saying. And that one gets really tough when you look up after 30 minutes and realize you've just been filleting a push pop you don't remember buying. And you know, it's devastating to find yourself having sank so low, but it's also, like, there's disappointment at knowing that you just put in 30 minutes hard work for no payoff whatsoever. And here's what you do in that situation. So, you have your push pop, and you've been going at it for like 30 minutes now. It's nothing but goo. It's just ice cream syrup in the bottom. Don't stop. You keep going. Go to town, champ. And you take your other hand. And when you least expect it, you just reach over and smack that little plastic stick in the bottom. And what that's going to do is shove all that like syrup up into the back of your throat. And the choking is how you'll know you've done a good job. That story is kind of made up. I remember buying the push pop. I'm also a woman, just in case you didn't notice. It's weird, but thank you. It's hard being a woman. It's tiring because we're fighting against the beauty standard and we can't win. There's no win condition. We can choose not to. We can choose not to shave and do makeup and all this. If we're okay with being as much of a pariah as a rapey Sasquatch. Like, people will be fascinated by us, but they're not going to get within grabbing distance. But on the other hand, if you choose to shave and primp and do all that, you run into this problem of, God damn it, Rebecca! Aren't you ready to go yet? Nobody gives a shit how you look. It's not your wedding. Just get in the fucking car. And those are your choices. And then, no matter where on the spectrum of rapey Sasquatch to Rebecca you fall, some guy will come up to you in public and tell you which part of it you got wrong, as if you were asking. So I'll get guys coming up and being like, hey, you'd be really cute if you wore nicer clothes. Like, bitch, this isn't for you. I don't get dressed thinking about you in the morning. I get dressed thinking about how few undergarments I can wear. And that's it. Yeah. But it really sucks that somebody was so offended by how you felt a woman that they came up to you in public and decided to tell you about it. Until you think about it and realize that you have a guy who has come up and told you what you could do to be more fuckable to them specifically, which is so painfully narcissistic and self-absorbed that they don't get to have standards anymore. No, they're gonna have to take whatever pity fuck comes their way. No self-respecting woman is gonna look at this guy and be like, thank God, Steve. Thank God. I knew there was something wrong in my life. I thought it was my career choice. But now, thanks to you, I know it's my eyeliner. Oh, I hope that you can see past that and fuck me anyway. It's not gonna happen. It's not reality. But if you think about it more, what you have is a guy coming up to you and basically being like, hey, honey, you were almost in my spank bank. Like, you're in the parking lot, you walk up to the teller, you slide that check across, and boom, it's not signed! You want to know how I'll sign that check? You want to know how to get in my spank bank? I'll tell you. You fix up your makeup, you do your hair the way that I like, and I'll sign that check. I'll let you in my spank bank. I'll fucking rub one out to you right like, no! No! I'm good, that's nothing I want. Thank you. But you keep thinking about it, and it boils down to basically, a guy stomping his feet and yelling the equivalent of, this please is not my dick. Like, okay. I'll get guys coming up to me, they're like, hey, you'd be really hot if you grew your hair out. And all I hear is just this yelling in my head. My dick would not fuck someone with hair short like yours. That wasn't your option. You don't get to decide that. So ladies, this is what you need to hear when guys say this shit to you. Somebody comes up and they're like, hey, you'd be really pretty if you smiled more. Like, you need to hear, your face, please, is not my dick. Should it turn upward at a more regular interval, we would be satisfied. A guy comes up to you and he's like, hey, you'd be really cute if you wore some lipstick. And you hear, my dick requires red tourniquets all up and down it. Get to work. And on top of all of that massive pile of bullshit, we're supposed to be domesticated. Like a cat, I guess. I don't know. Domesticated. You want to tell me what my job is as a woman, and I will be as domesticated as a cat. I will leave a dead thing in your bed. I will shit on your birthday cake. And then this pussy is going all around town, all right? I even hear it from my grandmother. My grandmother likes to tell me how she tells my little cousin. She's like, make sure you find a nice woman who's domesticated, because a lot of women just don't think it's their job to cook and clean for men anymore. I just smile and I'm like, God bless. It's like, just press the pillow over her face. I have feminine skills. I can sew the lining in your coffin. And I can cook up a real good story why you haven't been seen in weeks. I can clean and do laundry until all the evidence is gone. And then I'm going to tidy up our accounts and move to a country with non-extradition laws. I'm domesticated. I like to think I'm more of a feral housewife myself. All right, thank you. I'm Kristin.
Please welcome another comedian also who is a human being. As the night gets longer, my introductions get worse and worse. This person has 2 eyes and hair on their head. Welcome. Your next comedian comes all the way from Cashiers, North Carolina. Please welcome to stage your very own Mr. Solo Soul Train himself, Mr. Hank Duke.
I call this Solo Soul Train, or One Man Soul Train.
Oh man, catching my breath here. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't gay to dance. There's been some talk of homosexuality, loving your friends. It ain't gay to dance. It ain't gay for a man to cry. Strong men also cry. That's right. And I'm gonna play a song for you tonight called It's Not Gay to Do Gay Porn If It's For the Money. If it's for the money, it's okay. You know, it's not gay to suck a horse's dick. That's bestiality, Buster. That's not gay, that's bestiality. All right. Calm down, everyone calm down. I'm gonna play a song, but I'm all about the interactive multimedia extravaganza. So I got like some visual aids for you that I printed out. I made it in Microsoft Paint. I'm really excited about it. Just hold on just a second. All right. Sir, you in the camo cargo shorts, could you pass these out for me? I'd really appreciate it. This is a visual aid I made in Microsoft Paint. And here, this man with the camouflage cargo shorts, you can't even see that he's not fashionable because they're camouflage. But he's gonna pass it out to you. Calm down, no. Just roasting him a little bit, all right. Now, in this, I'm just trying to get set up here. Now, y'all digest that, pass it around. I'll sign these for you after the show if you really want. But, depicted in this image, you'll see two men that are smushing their penises together. In the original picture, they were smushing their penises together, see? And pass it around, yeah, go on. And in the original picture, I zoomed in on Microsoft Paint on the computer to the penises touching each other, because that's what gay dudes do, right? When they have sex, they smash their penises together, and they go, "Ow!" But so I zoomed in real close, because it's not gay to do art, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making artwork. I can zoom into these boners that are touching each other. It's not gay for me. This is artwork. I'm doing art here. I put some $100 bills over the penises to denote that they're touching penises for the money. See, so this is important. And anyway, what I'm trying to say is it's not gay to do art. You think Michelangelo is over there sculpting David's penis? He's like, hold on, let me compare. All right, and and some guy walks by, Michelangelo, frickin' queer, and he's like, I'm an artiste. I'm trying to preserve the male genitalia for all eternity in stone. It's the manliest thing you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing, the penis. But, so I'm gonna calm down here in a second. I'm still lost my breath from that dance number, goddamn. I'm gonna try to play a song for you. It's gonna go along with this visual aid I've passed out. Just a second. You know, it ain't gay to buy drinks, ladies and gentlemen, from your bartender. It ain't gay to tip. You do what you want. There's nothing wrong with tipping. I'm just saying. All right. Hold on. Calm down. Calm down. I'm trying to get this right here. Can you hear that? Yeah. Making sounds? All right. Whoa. It ain't gay to grab your friend, throw him down into the sand, lean in close and hold him tight, squeeze him with get that dough, and that's by doing a little gay porn. It's not gay to do gay porn. If it's for the money, honey, that's for sure. Take it in the bud so you can afford to buy your baby some clothes and a Ford. Thanks, y'all. Give it up for your host, Jerm Leather. He's a wonderful man.
Give it up again for Mr. Hank Duke. My God, I've never seen something simultaneously both progressive and ignorant at the same time. That was fucking fantastic. Holy shit. Boys and girls, there is still 2 more comedians to come. Your next comic is a local Chico favorite. He is widely known for saying severely inappropriate things, but somehow making you laugh to the point that you hate yourself, which is perfect. Please welcome to the stage the hilarious and very tall Mr. TJ Hudson.
It's not gonna work. Hey guys, how the fuck am I gonna follow the happiest motherfucker here tonight? I'm gonna say the worst shit, and you guys put me up after the happy guitar player? Fuck. I was really excited to be here. Thank you guys for coming out. It's an awesome room. I look forward to this all week, but no pity party. I just broke up with my girlfriend 2 days ago. Fuck you guys. You guys are like, no, we know. We can tell. No. I mean, they say opposites attract, but nobody ever said that opposites stay together, you know? She was a feminist, and I'm an asshole. So we had a hard time, you know? She used to get mad that I'd call her babe, you know? Because she's a feminist, and that's, you know, I'm objectifying her. And I'm like, babe, don't be a bitch about it. That pissed her off. She's like, you can't do that. And I like to fuck with her, so I just decided if I can't call her a bitch or a babe, I'm just gonna rename the dog and cat bitch and babe. Which, to be honest, I didn't even plan on it, but it made it so much more fun. So she'd be like, bitch, quit pissing on the bed! Babe, no. Babe, it's your 3rd bowl of food today, babe. Bitch, all my friends are allergic to you. Babe, come taste this peanut butter. Bestiality, get it? No, I know. I'm going to hell if it was a real place. But her and I like to butt heads, and she asked me one time, she was like, what would you do if you were a female for a day? I was like, I don't know, strive for a society in which I don't have to use my sexuality as a form of social currency. She was like, what? And I was like, what'd you think I was gonna say? Start my period, bring up some shit that happened 2 years ago, and bitch all day? I'm not you. She's a bitch. She's a bitch. I'm not that terrible, though. I mean, you know, I'm a generous lover. No interest? Fuck you guys. Jesus Christ. I like rubbing feet, to be honest with you. Ladies, anybody here like having their feet rubbed? I'll be done in 8 minutes, and I will be out front. I like rubbing feet, you know what I mean? It came from my ex-girlfriend. The only thing that made her happy was if I rubbed her feet or if she was sucking someone else's dick. Ironically, I could never rub enough feet, you know what I mean? But I liked rubbing feet, and I told the guys at work this, and they like gave me a hard time. They're like, TJ, feet? You touch feet? That's gross. And I was like, guys, come on, what would you rather do? Rub a foot or lick an asshole? I thought this was an easy question. This is a true story. They all voted asshole. They made like a whiteboard tally. Everybody voted asshole.
And I was like, you guys are fucking crazy. I'm gonna rub that foot 10 times out of 10 times, all right? Because worst case scenario, maybe she stepped in shit. She definitely pooped out of that butthole, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lick that. I don't know why we say things taste like shit. I fucked that up. I fucked it up. Well, I recently licked an asshole, guys. That's my point. I didn't mean to. I didn't plan on it. I was just there. It didn't taste like anything, though. You know what I mean? I don't know why we say things taste like shit. Didn't taste like anything. The next time my mom's like, TJ, how's the turkey? I'm like, tastes like shit. Pass the salt. Lick an asshole, guys. I'm sorry. I just know where it's going. No, I'm not as misogynistic as I try to be. Come out and see me next week, by the way. I'll be performing at the Women's Center. I'm not as misogynistic as I try to be, all right? I was raised by women. I'm the youngest. I'm the only boy. I had 2 older sisters and my mom. I grew up in a sea of estrogen, all right? Just floating along. I was Tom Hanks. My penis was Wilson. Thank you for getting that 13-year-old reference. It's my man right there. Good movie. No, I was raised by women. Like, I learned how to read out of a Cosmopolitan. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there sounding out words like click, 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 clitoris. Clitoris. I knew more about the clitoris and how important it was before I ever actually knew what it was. As far as I knew, it was a rare stone you found on the beach. You know what I mean? I just knew that when I found it, I was going to take care of it. No pussy noogies, guys. No pussy noogies. All right? That is rubbing women the wrong way, literally. If you're going to rub a woman the wrong way, do it figuratively. I would know. I gave my last girlfriend a pussy noogie. She was pissed. She turned around and gave my dick an Indian burn. I know what you guys are thinking, too. Like, really, TJ? 2 hands? Think you're being a little generous? Well, I am. But the joke doesn't work with 1 hand. It looks like she's throttling back on a motorcycle. I'll rub your feet. I have a small dick. Shut up. But no, I grew up with women, and when I was a little boy, I had a speech impediment. I couldn't say my aw's. My mom made me take speech class, you know, to correct my aw's. I couldn't say world or raw. And I like to think that on the off chance I had a transfer speech teacher from Boston, you know, and she's like, there's nothing wrong with the way you talk. Go home, tell your mom she's retarded, all right? And I go home and I'm like, you're wrong, Ma, you're wicked wrong. It's not a speech impediment, it's a fucking idiosyncrasy. I know. I have to apologize. I'm sorry about using the word retard right there. I know that a lot of people get offended when people use that word. I hate it when people use that word myself, especially midgets and faggots. What are they here? Calm down. You guys are going to make me do it. Now I got to do it. I thought that was going to last a lot longer. Instead of just...
I feel like a lot of people have told you that.
He nailed it. Fuck you guys. I got mine. Ah, that's misogynistic. Consistency. No. No, I got one more misogynistic joke. It's not even mine. Somebody just told me this the other day. I love it. They were like, hey, if you're gonna call a female a word that starts with a B, call her beautiful. 'Cause bitches love to be called beautiful. I know. How long do I got? 2 minutes. All right, let's just get offensive. No, that concludes the PC portion of my show. I have 2 minutes to be offensive. I want to adopt a Vietnamese kid and name him Charlie just to piss my grandpa off. Like middle name in the trees, so when he's being a dick, I can make Charlie in the trees! That's for you. My grandpa hates his fictional grandson. I don't know. All right, we got Vietnamese. Mexicans or Asians, guys? Which one? Mexicans! Well, we're going to do both. It's just a matter of order. Mexicans. Do you guys think that people from New Mexico are called New Mexicans? Because if so, I got to say, I like them a whole lot better than the old ones. No, you guys stifle your laughs because you agree. And you're like, that makes a lot of sense. I get that joke. He's making sense. All right, you guys don't like Mexicans. Me either. Let's do Asians. Let's do Asians. I served at a restaurant here in town. This is a true story. But I had a 12-top, or 12 little Asian ladies come in for dinner one time. And so I ran to my Asian busser, and I was like, hey, Andy. What were you guys expecting, like Quan? I don't know. But I run to Andy, my Asian busser, and I'm like, hey, man, you think any of those girls are cute? And he was like, no, I don't date Asians. And I was like, well, why not? And he's like, well, they remind me of my sister. And I was like, holy shit, even you guys can't tell each other apart? There it is. Do I have time for one more? Let's mix it up. This is half anti-Semitic, half anti-Jamaican, I guess. Do you guys know what you get when you cross a German with a Jamaican? Nobody? That's weird. You get a Jamaican. It's fun to say, it rolls off the tongue. But I like to think that Jamaicans, like, I would have totally joined that party, you know what I mean? They sound fun. They sound better than the Nazi party. Jamaicans, like, can you imagine the rallies? Hitler on stage with dreads, smoking a joint. Everybody put your hands up! All right, I'll take the clap. I'm TJ Hudson. Come see me next week at the Women's Center. Not for real. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.
Give it up for TJ Hudson one more time. Boy, he really puts the massage in misogyny, doesn't he, boys and girls? Boys and girls, your next comic wanted me to inform you that he does not have a podcast. Even if you look him up and he actually does have one, that is false. And also, he does not have any shows coming up until November. He is from Sacramento. He is hilarious and brilliant, and he is your headliner for tonight. Please welcome Mr. Ben Rice.
I miss Master P, you guys. I miss Master P in our daily lives, in our social consciousness. I miss him because I know in this new digital era, we are missing out on awesome intros to hip-hop tracks, everybody! Look, like, I know for a fact that somewhere in the world, at some point in time, this conversation did happen, and we all missed it. It went exactly like this. Well, all right, Mr. P. Master P! All right, Master P. That's going to be unlimited text. Yeah, all right, I can get behind that. And 4 gigabytes of data. And 480 time minutes.